If you have an ICSE Maths test coming up, this video will help you to revise matrices quickly and avoid common mistakes. So I'll first revise the key concepts and then solve a few questions at the end. And there is a quick 5-minute test to test our understanding. So let's start. I'm going to show you my books. So this is my PYQ book, which I've started, PYQ. This is of matrices, and then we have banking, and I've started linear and equations also. So that's my PYQ book. And then we have a book of solving things. So today we are gonna start with matrices. So I'm gonna explain you on my whiteboard, so let me set that up. Okay, so let's start. So this is a matrix. This is a matrix, and we have different types of matrix. These are my notes. So these are called the rows, and these are called the columns. So this is 2 rows and 2 columns. So okay, so these are the types of matrix. So the first is column matrix. Okay, so the first is column matrix because it has a column, only one column. So this is known as column matrix. This is row matrix, and this is a square matrix. This is also known as a square matrix. So this can be known as 2 by 2 square matrix, and this can be known as 3 by 3 square matrix. Then we have a zero or null matrix, in which zeros are there. So there are different types of zero matrix also. If we keep 0 in this matrix, like, then it is known as zero or null matrix. Then we have an identity or unit matrix, in which this is where people make mistakes. In questions they have written that this is the equation, and after we solve this matrix, the answer is an identity or unit matrix. People forget it and think that it is a unit matrix is like this something, or they can do the diagonal like this. They also do like this, but this is wrong. This is also wrong, and this is also wrong. The one should be in a perfect diagonal from the left side to the right side. Now we move on to the addition part. So we are doing addition. We have to basically add these two. So it will be 2 plus 4, 3 plus 6, minus 5 plus 2, 7 minus 11, because this is minus 11. So this is our answer for the addition concept. Now we are going for the subtraction of these only. Minus these two. So 2 minus 4. Then 3 minus 6. Minus 5 minus 2. 7 plus 11, because it's minus minus plus. So like this is the concept of addition and subtraction. It is just like the basics. We have to just add and subtract these two. So this is from this we can understand the types of matrix and the addition and subtraction of matrix. So now we move on for the multiplication. For the multiplication of matrices, we have to understand a concept. So I will be writing. So So, the multiplication is given by this means the matrice 1's columns should be equal to matrice 2's rows. So the columns of matrice 1 are 2 and the rows of matrice 2 is 2. So multiplication is possible. So now we are doing another example. So in this now the columns of matrice 1 are 2 and which is the rows of matrice 1 is 1. So this is not equal. So multiplication is not possible. Now we'll understand how this works, how this concept works. Before that, I need to explain the order of the resultant matrix. Which is row of matrix 1 into columns of matrix 2. So if this multiplication is possible, so the rows of matrix 1, which is 2, into columns of matrix 2, which is 1. So the order of resultant is 2 into 1. Now we'll understand this. So this is matrix 1, matrix 2, resultant matrix, and rows and columns. So from this we can infer this. So this is the thing that we need to understand from these all things. So the rows of matrix 1 is the rows of resultant matrix, and the columns of matrix 1 is equals to rows of matrix 2. By this we can understand if we have this, and then we have the matrix 2's columns is equals to resultant's columns. So columns of matrix 2 is the columns of resultant matrix. So from this we can infer this. So this will be really helpful for us afterwards. Now we are going into multiplication of this. So this is a really simple thing, but people do not understand it and make very mistakes in it. So we have to do like this. So AEBG. then like this, AFBH, then like this, CE plus DG, then like this, CF plus DH. So this is a simple formula where most of the people make mistakes. Now we are doing the multiplication. There is a different case. So if we have AB and this multiplication of this matrix, so it is possible because matrix 1's columns is equals to matrix 2's rows. So the resulting matrix will be rows of matrix 1. So which is 2 into columns of matrix 2, which is 2. So for this, it is a different formula. This is B, right? This is C, and this was a line to indicate the rows. So AC into AD. It is like this, AC into AD. Then it is like this, AB into B. BC into BC. So this is the thing we understand from the matrix. You can just take a view. First we did what of matrices, then the types of matrix, then the addition and subtraction of matrix, then the order of resultant matrix, then how, what is the thing we infer from this multiplication. So if you see this, you know what it is. So by this it is indicated, and this is the thing where most people make mistakes. This is very important. So this is the thing.